Hey everyone, and welcome back. We're diving deep into something I know a lot of you are really interested in, healthy morning routines. You
Yeah.
guys shared this article with us. It's called 10 Morning Habits That Will Transform Your Health.
Right.
And I gotta say, some of these are really interesting,
Mm-hmm.
like waking up at the same time every day, even on weekends.
Oh, that's a tough
I
one.
know, I know.
For sure.
And getting some sunlight first thing in the morning. Um, so let's see what the science says about some of these.
Yeah, let's dive in.
Okay, so one of the things that really jumped out at me was that waking up at the same time every day thing,
Yeah.
even on the weekends, right?
Yeah.
I am such a weekend sleep-in person.
Me too.
So tell me why this is so important.
Well, our bodies have this internal clock.
Uh-huh.
It's called the circadian rhythm,
Okay.
and it regulates a lot of important functions like your sleep-wake cycle.
So like when you wake up at the same time,
Yes.
consistently.
Consistently, you're helping keep that clock running smoothly.
So it's like setting a rhythm for your body.
Exactly, like setting a rhythm.
Okay.
And when that rhythm is off,
Uh-huh.
it can really impact your sleep, your mood, your energy levels.
That makes sense.
Studies have shown that inconsistent sleep can actually lead to more of the stress hormone, cortisol,
Oh, wow.
which makes you feel more anxious, less focused.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay, so consistent wake-up time, check. Now, what about those mornings when you wake up and you're still feeling groggy?
Ugh, yeah,
I know, I just go for the coffee.
right.
But the article suggests hydration first.
Yes.
So tell me more about that.
After you sleep all night, your body is naturally dehydrated.
Yeah, that's true.
You haven't had anything to drink for 7, 8 hours.
Right.
So a glass of water can replenish those fluids and kickstart your metabolism, get your digestion going.
Really?
Even helps your brain wake up properly.
Okay, but I mean, wouldn't any beverage work for that?
Well, while other beverages can hydrate, water is really the most efficient.
Hmm.
Without adding extra sugars or calories,
Oh.
it's like hitting the reset button.
Okay.
And the article even suggests a squeeze of lemon
Oh, yeah.
for a little vitamin C.
Okay, so we've hydrated the body. How about calming the mind?
Oh, yeah.
The article talks about mindfulness or meditation in the morning.
Right.
I'm a little skeptical. Is there actual science that backs that up?
Oh, there's tons of research showing that mindfulness and meditation are great for our mental and physical health. When
Interesting.
you practice mindfulness, through breathing exercises, body scans, or guided meditations, you're training your brain to focus on the present moment.
So it's about quieting all that chatter that's going on in your head.
Exactly.
Okay.
And by doing that, you're reducing stress,
Mm.
improving focus, and even boosting your emotional regulation.
Mm.
And studies have shown that regular mindfulness can actually change the structure of your brain.
Really?
Increased gray matter in areas related to self-awareness,
Yeah.
compassion, and stress regulation.
That's incredible. I'm starting to see how all of these simple things can really have a ripple effect.
Okay.
So we've talked about consistent wake-up times,
Uh-huh.
hydration and mindfulness. What else can we do in the morning?
Well, what about movement? The article suggests some light exercise or stretching.
I'm a huge fan of morning workouts, but sometimes I just don't have the time or energy for that. Is a few minutes of stretching really enough?
You'd be surprised. Even a few minutes of movement can really help your body and mind.
Okay.
When you're active, your body releases endorphins.
Those feel-good chemicals.
Exactly. They boost your mood and energy.
I'd like those.
Right. Plus, stretching improves flexibility and mobility, which can help prevent injuries.
Oh, that's a good point.
Keeps you feeling good all day.
Okay, so even if I can't do a full workout,
Yep,
stretching while the coffee's brewing can still make a difference.
absolutely. It's about incorporating movement in a way that feels good and fits your life.
Right. Okay, I'm on board. Stretching it in now. Planning your day. That's next on the list. I love spontaneity. So I've always kind of resisted planning.
I get it.
What are the benefits of actually mapping out your day in the morning?
Well, I think while spontaneity is fun, having a plan can actually reduce stress and increase your productivity.
Really?
Yeah, when you take a few minutes to think about your tasks and goals for the day,
Hmm?
you're less likely to feel overwhelmed or like you don't know what to do.
So it's about being proactive instead of reactive.
Precisely. And it doesn't have to be this rigid schedule.
Okay, good.
Even just writing down a couple priorities can help.
I like that. I'm always feeling behind, so maybe a little planning would help. Okay, but here's the thing that always derails me.
Hmm.
My phone.
Oh, yeah.
I'm totally guilty of checking email and social media first thing in the morning.
Oh, yeah, me too.
The article talks about limiting screen time.
Yes.
So why is that so important in the morning?
Well, when you start your day with all that information and notifications,
Mm-hmm.
it can set you up for a stressful day.
That is very true.
You're letting those external factors kind of dictate your mood before you've even had a chance to set your own intentions.
Yeah, it's like I'm behind before you even start.
Exactly. So think about reclaiming those first moments of the day for yourself.
Okay.
Setting your own pace and priorities and connecting with your own rhythm.
That makes sense. So instead of scrolling,
Yes.
I should be hydrating, stretching, and maybe writing down some goals.
I like it. It's a good shift.
It is a big shift.
But remember, it's about progress, not perfection, right?
Yeah.
Even just one or two of these habits can make a big difference.
This is great, but we've covered a lot already, and there's still more to go.
There is.
What do you say we take a little break and then come back and finish up these habits?
Sounds good to me.
Okay,
Let's do it.
we'll be right back. We are back. Wow, we've been talking about a lot of habits, and I'm already feeling inspired to switch some things up in my own routine.
I know, me too.
You were talking about prepping the night before, and I have to admit, most mornings I'm kind of rushing around.
Yeah.
So the idea of waking up to an organized world is pretty appealing.
Oh my gosh, it is a total game changer.
Right.
Like laying out your clothes the night before, getting breakfast ready, or packing a lunch, even writing your to-do list.
Yeah,
It can really reduce stress and decision fatigue in the morning.
that makes a lot of sense. It's like
Yeah.
you're setting yourself up to actually have a good day.
Exactly. And it frees up your mind to focus on the important stuff.
Okay, so that leads us to the next habit, practicing gratitude.
Yes.
I've heard so much about how good gratitude is,
Yeah?
but how does that fit into a morning routine?
Well, the article suggests spending a few minutes every morning writing down 3 things you're grateful for.
Okay.
It could be anything, like a sunny day or...
That first cup of coffee?
Yes,
Ah.
exactly. Or a nice text from a friend.
Right.
It's about shifting your perspective and starting your day by thinking about the good things in your life.
So it's not just like a feel-good practice.
No.
There's actually science behind it.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what does the science say?
Studies show that practicing gratitude can literally rewire your brain.
Wow.
You end up feeling happier, more optimistic, and some studies even show improved physical health.
Wow. Gratitude is good for the mind and body.
For sure.
I like that. All right, so we've talked about consistent wake-up times,
Yep.
hydration, mindfulness, a little bit of exercise, planning our day, putting the phone down, and practicing gratitude.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty big morning routine makeover.
It is.
Are we done yet?
Almost. There's one more habit that can really boost your morning and set you up for a focused and energetic day.
Okay, tell me.
It's getting some sunlight.
Ah, the sunshine.
Yes.
The article says to spend at least 5 to 10 minutes in natural sunlight each morning.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm often rushing out the door before the sun's even up.
I hear ya.
Does a few minutes really make that much of a difference?
It may seem small, but those few minutes of sunlight have a huge impact on your body clock, that circadian rhythm we talked about.
So it's like telling your body it's time to wake up.
Exactly. Sunlight triggers these changes in your hormones that suppress melatonin.
Which makes you sleepy.
Yes. And boosts cortisol, which makes you feel alert.
So it's like switching your brain from sleep mode to daytime mode.
That's a great way to put it. And there's another bonus.
Oh.
Sunlight helps your body make vitamin D.
Oh, yeah, good for the bones.
It's essential for strong bones, a healthy immune system, and even mood regulation.
Wow, sunshine is powerful. What if you live somewhere that doesn't get a lot of sun in the morning?
That's a good point.
Or it's winter and the sun rises late.
Right.
Are there any workarounds for that?
The article says that even sitting by a sunny window can help.
Okay.
It's not as good as direct sunlight, but it's
Right.
better than nothing.
Right.
And for the darker months, a light therapy lamp can be helpful.
Good to know.
Hmm.
Okay, so we've covered all 10 habits.
We did it.
Consistent wake-up times, hydration, mindfulness, light exercise, planning our day, limiting screen time, gratitude, prepping the night before, and getting that sunshine.
Wow.
It's amazing how each one kind of connects to the others,
It really is.
creating this whole approach to morning well-being.
I think it's not about following a checklist, but about understanding how these habits work together.
I like that. Understanding the principles.
Yes.
It's not just about doing the things, it's about knowing why they're important.
Exactly. And remember, you don't have to do all 10 at once.
That's a relief.
Start small, try things out, and see what works best for you.
It's about progress, not perfection.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've talked about all 10 habits. Now what?
Now comes the fun part.
Ooh, I like fun. What's the fun part?
We want you, our listener, to think about something.
Okay, I'm ready.
Think about your current morning routine.
Mm-hmm.
Which of these habits speaks to you the most? And what's one small thing you can do today to start incorporating it?
That's a good question. It's like even the tiniest change can lead to bigger changes over time.
I think so.
Okay, so we've explored all 10 habits. I think it's time to take a breath and think about everything we've learned.
Yeah.
We'll be right back to wrap up this deep dive and leave you with some final thoughts about how to create a morning routine that sets you up for success. Welcome back, everyone. I'm feeling so much more energized even just thinking about all of these changes we can make to our mornings.
It really is amazing what a difference a good morning routine can make.
You challenged us to think about which habit resonated most with us and to think of one small step to start incorporating it. What about you? What stood out to you as like the most impactful?
I'd have to say for me, it's the hydration and the nutritious breakfast combo. I feel so much more energized and focused when I actually do those two things.
Yeah, it's like giving your body what it needs after, not eating or drinking all night.
Okay, good.
The article mentions some simple breakfast ideas like oatmeal with nuts or smoothies or even avocado toast. I've been trying to eat a real breakfast too instead of just grabbing coffee on the way out the door.
Yeah, those small changes really can make a difference.
For sure. It's not about changing everything at once. It's about finding those things you can actually stick with.
Exactly. Progress over perfection.
Yes. That's what I find so inspiring about this whole morning routine thing. It's about finding what works for you and making choices that are good for you.
It's like you're creating your own personal recipe for a better morning.
I love that. A recipe for a better morning, using these 10 habits as the ingredients.
And we all have our own unique recipe.
So to all of our listeners out there, take what you've learned and start experimenting. See what works for you and don't be afraid to, be patient with yourself and have fun with it.
And remember, even small changes can have a big impact over time.
We want to hear all about your experiences as you try to incorporate these habits. Share your insights, share your struggles, share your wins. We're all in this together.
Absolutely. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.
This has been The Deep Dive, signing off.